Ooh, Fred MacGuffin reviews. Ooh, Fred MacGuffin reviews. With spoilers. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Okay, Star Trek Picard, Episode 2. Uh, Disengage, it's called. Great episode. Directed by Douglas Aronofsky. Aronofsky. Sorry, I can't say it. Yes. Okay, so we have Picard and Riker stuck on the what's the name? Exploratory vessel Helios with Jack Crusher, our new character, and yeah, we have the bad guys in their big bad ship, and we learn it's called the Shrike. Maybe it's a reference to Hyperion, the book Hyperion by Dan Simmons. Maybe. Anyway, so great looking ship, and it's the bad guys want to board the Picard's ship, Crusher's ship, and they put up these gadgets to stop him from being taken away and the bad guys coming onto the ship. I think a few do though, and there might be a bit of shooting. Can't remember. Anyway, we we have the bad guy on this revealed, and it's Vadik, the marked woman, played by Amanda Plummer. And you may have seen Amanda Plummer in The Fisher King, Pulp Fiction, The Prophecy, and the TV show Ratched. Nurse Ratched, yeah. Okay, and yeah, so she's, and I just, bit of, what would you call it, info, I don't know what you call it, movie info. She's actually Christopher Plummer's daughter. Yeah, him off Sound of Music. I didn't know that. Okay, so there's a standoff we have. We have a standoff. Shaw doesn't want. He's Captain Shaw doesn't want anything to do with this whole situation. But 7 and 9 is trying to convince him he needs to help the two legends, the two heroes. But you know, Shaw's a bit of a coward. He's you know, by the book sort of guy. The aliens now, the bad guys, shoot at Picard's ship because they can't get in there, or they can't take Crusher out, and they blow up the shuttle, so they're stuck there. So we go back as well to Raffi, and she doesn't believe that there's a guy called Lurak Tulko, that he's been blamed for the whole blowing up of the Federation buildings, and she doesn't believe it's him, and she thinks there's something bigger happening, and she thinks it's two sort of there's a gangster called Sneed, played by Aaron Stanford, and you may have seen Aaron Stanford in 12 Monkeys, Nikita, The Hills Have Eyes, and X-Men 2, and he plays Sneed, and she basically finds out information that Sneed has brokered a deal with Lorak and an anonymous buyer, and that's how Lorak got his hands on this tech, and problem solved. We know what's happened, and she thinks it's too neat. It's too you know, it's all too simple. So yeah, she wants to keep, her handler is saying, just drop it now, it's all sorted, but she wants to keep investigating this. So she goes and talks to her husband, who owns a bar that Sneed is in, that Sneed sort of hangs out in, and she gets her husband to make an introduction or get her in there. And yeah, there's talking about her son Gabe, who she's sort of abandoned in a way, and yeah, there's a bit of drama like that between her and her what would you say, used to be her husband, not her husband anymore. So we learn a bit about Raffi's past there, and you know how she has tough time with drugs, and she's trying to explain that she's with Starfleet now and she's a better person, and hopefully there might be a coming together of her son and her later on the episode. We'll see. Okay, then we go back to our situation with Picard and Shaw and Crusher, and 7 and 9 has a talk with Shaw saying, you know, do you want to be known as the guy who let two legends die, the captain who let two legends die, the cowardly captain who let legends die? And Shaw, as the bad guy's about to fire on the shuttle, he blocks the way with the Titan, and good man Shaw. Shaw comes to the rescue. So yeah, we have Captain Vadic, our big bad in this. She's she wants Crusher, and she's given sort of a time limit that if they don't hand them over, she's going to attack their ship. She's got a lot of weapons on her ship, and they haven't got a chance because the Titan isn't a battleship. So yeah, so we go through the motions where Shaw's saying we need to give him over. You know, there's a lot of people's lives on the line, and you know, Shaw thinks that should be done, but of course Picard and Riker don't want that to happen. Then we go to Raffi talking to Sneed, and Sneed doesn't believe that she's like a gangster, that she's Starfleet, and he gives her a drug to take to prove that she's not with Starfleet, and she takes the drug, and and as she's sort of, what would you say, well, she's taking the drug so he might believe that she's legit. He can tell her the information she's looking for. She has money that she's given him, and but as she's what would you say, because of the drug, she's collapsing and going unconscious. We have an image in the background chopping off heads, and oh yeah, he also reveals that he knows that she doesn't work for Lorak because Sneed pulls out Lorak's head. So that's a big reveal. And yeah, we see an image in the background, someone coming in with the sword and, you know, coming in to rescue Raffi, and lo and behold, it's Worf. Yes, go Worf. Worf, of course, was in Next Generation, and he's our what's the name of the alien race? Klingon. He's our Klingon cool guy. So great to see Michael Dorn back as Worf again. And yeah, cut back to the big problem with Crusher and Picard and Shaw, and Beverly wakes up from her, you know, what would you call it? She's frozen, and they wake her up, and she comes to the what do you call it? The big room where everyone is. Anyway, she arrives there, and she tells Picard that Crusher, Jack is his son. So big reveal. I told you, I knew it, I was right. And so we know that Jack's Picard's son. Great, that's a great reveal. I love this sort of storyline here. Hopefully he doesn't go the way of Shatner's son in The Search for Spock, because God, that broke my heart. But yeah, so great. Picard has a son. So what are we going to see here? Are we going to see spin-off? Are we going to see son of Picard having his own, going into Starfleet? Anyway, I like this actor, and I like this sort of storyline. This is great. I think poor Picard, he needed a son to continue his legacy. So yeah, so Picard is definitely not going to hand over Jack now, and they shoot at the Shrike ship and escape into this big sort of cloudy void of whatever that's they're on the border of, and it's all cloudy, and they can't be seen in there, and there might be a chance of them escaping. So of course Vadic is chasing, and good episode. I'm going to give this I'm going to give it a 4. Sure, why not? So yeah, um, yeah, great stuff. Really enjoyed this episode. Looking forward to the next one. Um, yeah, we still don't know why Vatic wants Jack. I'm sure we're going to hear now from Beverly why. Also, there's a bit of backstory about Jack and how he is selling medical supplies on the black market to make money, and yeah, it's a bit of a. It was earlier on the episode, so we're seeing a bit of his wheeling dealing and how what a sharp sort of what would you say, bit of a gangster, a bit of a does a bit of this and that to make money and survive, and so we're seeing a bit of his early days. So yeah, enjoy this. Good episode. Check it out. I watched this on Prime Video, so enjoyed. This has been Fred MacGuffin giving you the guff on Star Trek Picard, episode 2.